And it's live. Hey guys, Goggsy here, and welcome back to Matchday Live with Pass the Mic. Today we have got the most pointless Old Firm that we've had to cover yet. Rangers are playing Celtic at Celtic Park. We've been joined by the lads Frisquandro, Rossco, and Coby. And welcome to today's stream. How are we feeling, lads?
It's a game that, I don't really care about too much, but it's a game that I do look forward to. Mm-hmm. In the sense that it's massive for this country, and people need to admit that. But for the neutral, it's definitely more interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll go through the comments. How's it going? Troops, Calm, Luke. I think that's Joseph making a swift return. Angus, the Caldo says going by the European streams, Goggsy will be right behind his second favourite team, Rangers, today. Fuck right off. Get that comment so far in the bin. There's a Scottish coefficient I was rooting for, not Rangers. Predictions for the game today, we'll get onto that in a minute. David Martindale.
Never catching up to Rangers.
Always feel nervous. Why do you feel nervous for an Old Firm when you support Ross County? Come on.
You're so far away, you shouldn't care. I don't know if he actually lives in Dingwall, but if he does, well, he's that far away, you shouldn't care. Eh? Just forget about it. Just go and feed the cows and sheep, whatever.
Patrick McComiskey, yes, we'll be doing a bumper Pass the Mic stream for the Scottish Cup on Tuesday. Keep an eye out for that. It might be your team that we're covering. Morelos will score. Well, I don't think Morelos has scored against Celtic yet.
No, he hasn't in all competitions, because obviously he had that glorious chance at that cup final from the penalty, and he even missed that. Well, Fraser Forster saved it because he was on the form of his life that day. Mm-hmm. He just hasn't scored. It'll be interesting to see if he breaks the duck.
Mm-hmm. Sean, I'm surprised that I'm surprised you're going to your bed now. I thought you'd be in your bed, seeing as you missed first comment today.
That's all you do, Sean. You comment and then you go to sleep early. So there you go.
CJ Lawler says up the Celts. Okay. I wouldn't cover Dunfermline. An absolute bore to watch. Been sitting in a false position for months.
Mate, we're the same. Everybody in that championship sitting in a false position.
we're no third on merit, I'll tell you that.
How on earth we are where we are, I do not know how, but we are.
Any other given championship season, we'd have been well down.
Yeah.
Of course. So now we're going to look at the starting lineups for the teams. Celtic starting 11 is Bain, Kenny, Welsh, Ayer, Laxalt, Brown, Christie, McGregor, Turnbull, Elyounoussi and Edouard. And for Rangers, they start with McGregor, Balogun, Goldson, Hollander, Barisic, Kamara, Davis, Aribo, Hadji, Kent and Morelos. What we're thinking about the teams, I'll go to Cammy first.
It's a strong team, yeah, but it's quite surprising not to see a couple of players in there, even Brown being in there. For a Celtic point of view, I think they might be thinking, why? What does he deserve to? Why is he in the team? What does he deserve to come back in? The kind of season he's had. Is there a mistake in him today? If the Rangers are up for it and run about and pressure them, because this season Brown's kind of meant to be the guy that's meant to kind of control the game, be there, and that's it. But I've not seen that season this season. I think the only green light at the end of light at the end of the tunnel for Celtic is David Turnbull, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Everyone else can go in the bin.
Rossco, what do you think?
I think it's a strong team from both sides, isn't it? And I know we were speaking off camera with you guys before we started here about how you don't think there's going to be many goals. I think it's going to be the polar opposite. I think it's going to be like maybe a 3-2 or something like that.
Wow.
Crucify me if I'm wrong, but we'll see what happens, I guess.
Big game. Frisquandro, what are you thinking?
No, I echo what the both guys say. It's strong teams that both sides are putting out. I feel that Hadji probably should have started the Europa League game. I mean, I know that a lot of people in the comments were saying, including one particular Romanian, was saying that Hadji should come on, and I do agree with that. I think Hadji is probably Rangers' best link on the wide areas, to be honest. And obviously, I think he deserves to be starting this. On the Brown comments, I think Brown, like, this is his type of game. You know, he could be shite all season, but he could just turn up in one Old Firm and he'd be a hero. So it'd be interesting to see because you know, obviously Rangers have won the last 2 meetings this season, but obviously they played on Thursday. Celtic have had that additional few days preparation, but I don't think that'll change anything. But we shall see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's I think as Fraz says, this is kind of Scott Brown's moment to prove himself as well. I think, you know, the title's gone. There's no pressure. I think he'll do quite well today, if I'm honest.
Interesting stuff. We've got comments coming in left, right, and centre. Gaz says Mon the Beano's first game back and another win. Fantastic.
Come on, Gaz.
Patrick McComiskey says finally good to watch another game without breaking a sweat. Ross hopes that Turnbull scores today. And 69 says, do you think the events in Europe will make Rangers play better or worse?
I think they'll want to put the record straight from Thursday. But I mean, Rangers are also, you have to bear in mind, Rangers are also chasing an unbeaten season in the league. So it'll be interesting in that respect. Celtic will want to end it. Rangers will want to continue it. So we shall see.
Yep, so feel free to keep firing in your comments and we'll answer over the course of today's stream. And of course, the game kicks off in 8 minutes. I'm still finishing my breakfast, but here we go. My prediction is it's going to be 1-0 either way. I'm disagreeing with Ross. I think we'll be lucky to see a goal.
Fine, be that way.
I know, cunt.
Did you see Brown and Kamara? Yes, we saw it.
Yeah, class act. To be fair, I'm gonna go with 2 each. I know I said 3-2 earlier, but I think I've decided I'm gonna go 2 each. I can't split the two of them today.
Yeah,
so 2 each. It's not a bad result for either team to draw, to be honest.
Yeah, Gerard says the cup matters more than Invincibles. Apparently,
I could see where he's coming from. I mean, it was the same way Liverpool and Jurgen Klopp. Like Jurgen Klopp said, like he didn't really want to break all the records that came with winning the league last season. He just wanted to win the league. So, but I'm gonna agree with Ross and think it's a goal fest. I'm gonna say 2-1 either way, to be honest. But I think there'll be a wee bit of a feist. You know how like you always used to predict a red card? I think there'll be a red card today.
It could well be. Speaking of cards, we're going to go quickly to Coop and Corner because
we're not getting Cammy's prediction now.
Oh, sorry, did Cammy not give one?
Sorry, I'm
2-0. 2-0.
I'm the wall and I'm just in the wall. It's like I'm not here, you know.
Right. Anyway,
I just go 3-1 quickly. Yeah, just 3-1. I think the 3-1 Rangers. I think it'll be tight at the start, but I think Rangers they'll turn up the heat and just go for it. And as what you're saying about being quite feisty, I can see it being quite a dirty game.
Yes, because I've actually got a wee treble on players to get booked, which is Brown, Barisic, and Morelos at 11-1. So
Morelos, like if he doesn't get a goal, he'll definitely get a sender off.
Oh, you can put your mortgage on it. They want the double. Aye. Okay. So 5 minutes till kick off for this glamorous friendly, because that's all it is in essence, isn't it?
I was looking. They were showing like who the next manager is going to be for Celtic. That's always a fun topic. John Kennedy, who's the current manager, is 9-4 according to the bookies. Chris Wilder is the favourite with evens. Roy Keane's up there. That Enzo what's his name? Ryan bammed on him. Maresca.
He's the one that's linked to Aberdeen as well.
Yeah.
Coby keeps going on about him.
Yeah.
But
A lot of Aberdeen fans want him in. But now apparently Alex Neil's close to getting the sack at Preston, so I can see Aberdeen maybe going down that route instead.
I think there's a lot of I think managerial is there's a lot of chain reactions. Something has to happen for somebody to go somewhere, and then Eddie, Steve Bruce might get the sack at Newcastle. Eddie Howe goes there. Well, obviously Eddie Howe's not got a job, so there's no backlink. But obviously that kind of puts him out of the Celtic running, so Celtic have to look at other avenues. So, but I don't think Eddie Howe would.
The rumour about
drop down.
The rumour about Eddie Howe, though, that's the thing. He's meant to be on gardening leave. Supposedly, he's not actually sacked from Bournemouth because they can't afford to pay him off. So they're paying him off in instalments. So if he goes and get another job, he loses his instalments.
Yeah, there's a lot
he's
of
got
that
another
now,
year.
No,
so he's got another year left or something. Yeah,
so he's got a year
in Bournemouth going like this.
A year of unemployment.
Donkeys, man.
Again,
paid.
Yeah, but I think the other point to make on is that Newcastle could potentially sort of subsidise him a bit more than Bournemouth could. So I'd imagine that they might be able to pay him what he gets from Bournemouth and then his wage as well. That's the other thing as part of the deal, maybe.
That's the thing as well. Regardless of Newcastle playing in the Championship or the Premiership, they are a massive team, and they've got a massive fan base. But I think Mike Ashley would be quite tight with that, to be honest.
Yeah.
So.
Indeed. Jamie Watt says, hilarious when Morelos can't score against Celtic. It could come back and bite you in the arse for that comment, to be honest.
If you scored against Celtic, I scored against my mate who was wearing the Rangers goalie top. Celtic goalie top.
Still AFC heard that Rangers aren't taking the knee before kickoff. I mean, Motherwell didn't even take the knee.
No, neither team are taking the knee before kickoff.
Quite right.
We did yesterday. Marvin Bartley came out and said he still wants to do it. So I don't know. It's divided opinion. Taking the knee isn't going to change what's happening, and that's Golson came out and said that point blank and just said it's not going to work. I said it's went on for that long now. People are moaning about people doing it for so long, where the whole point of it is went away now. People are like, oh, why is he doing that now? Why is he taking the knee again? It's went away. It's past. And when you look at I think the events on Thursday just showed you what's not changed and why it will never change.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Aberdeen took the knee, says Patrick.
I know they took the knee when they got beat by Dundee United yesterday. Yes, I did see that, Patrick.
Since when did Rangers...
No guard of honour?
No,
of course not.
Since when did Rangers come out wearing tracksuits? Is this a wee extra award for winning the title?
It'll be a deal. It'll be one of them things they put it out, and all the Rangers fans will start buying it next week. So
all the champions are wearing the jackets, boys. We better get a pair of them.
It's like
I get the takeaways from Turkey. No bother.
Definitely. It's like, you know what, guys? Since you've won the league title before you played Celtic twice, we're gonna give you new jackets.
Scotland.
The badge will be wonky. The Castro will be all ripped up before it even comes out. Brilliant. What great tops, eh?
Mm-hmm.
There they go.
Cheap shit. See, I hate it when Celtic do the huddle.
Yeah. Ross, have you noticed that Steven Gerrard wears like a jacket under his suit jacket, like James McPake?
I just saw that there. He must have been taking inspiration from Jazza.
Oh, there you go. Aye.
Mm-hmm.
Is it no more of a cardigan?
I don't know what it is. I don't like James McPake wearing it. I remember when he came out wearing a suit, I was like, yes, classy man. And then he had that.
I don't really like James McPake, to be honest. So.
You're managed by you're managed by a thug.
Get it right.
James McPake's a big Livy legend, does he know?
Why?
Aye, okay.
Played up front.
He played up front for Livy.
He is that much of a Livy legend. He spent more time beside me in the hospitality about eating fish and chips than he did actually playing. So let's just leave that conversation there.
Wait a minute, can I just comment on this taking the knee / not taking the knee thing?
Yeah.
They've now just stood still for 20 seconds. Right, so whether they take the knee or don't take the knee, they've just stood still for 20 seconds, so it's still I don't even know.
What's the point in that? Why don't they just get on with the game? Like, just say to the referee, look, neither team's taking the knee, so you might as well just forget about it.
I will say it in that particular voice as well.
Don't know why I was wanting to sound like an Italian gangster there, but
Your accents were fairly in full flow last night, weren't they?
Less said about last night, the better.
Well, I wonder who this is.
Yeah.
JGC Fire. Is that the certain second account of a certain somebody?
Joseph, what's happened to your main account?
Aye. Did they get hacked and you had to change the password and you forgot the password? What happened? Tell us. Story time with Joseph.
Not Bailey says, "Are you going to be telling the score?" Well, we're doing a watch along, so
no, we're going to keep that quiet in case we don't want to spoil it for other folk.
I mean, it only does say on the screen, so oh dear.
What minute are we on just before we?
I'm 1:16.
I don't fucking know. I'm just watching fuzzy balls running about the place.
I'm 1:30 for us.
So Ross is quite far ahead then.
But I'm like 3 seconds ahead of Ross. So if anybody is spoiling him, he'll be banned.
What are my choice in the co-commentary today?
Yeah, I mean Crocker.
Friend of the channel.
Ian Crocker and David. Done one interview and they're busy mates. We've got a secret handshake and everything.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Apparently it's kicked off.
He seemed like a great guy though.
No, it has kicked off.
Oh, yeah. Ian Crocker's a great one.
He's got a great. No, I'm being serious. He's got a great voice that just suits commentary.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Davey Proven, they were the.
It's a bit like Martin Tyler, isn't it? Like who's gonna? Davey Proven. Oh, getting the bin, man.
Ian Crocker and Davey Proven, they were the old fun commentators 10 years ago.
I like Derek Ray as well. I think Derek Ray's good.
Yeah.
Derek Ray in the Bundesliga.
Oh, no, Derek Ray's a different class. Also friend of the channel.
He's got a good commentary voice. Ali McCoy's has grown on me on commentary as well.
He's quite. To be fair, Ali McCoy is quite a good commentator, I think.
Oh,
that's a great touch for an average-sized man.
Do you remember when you were younger playing FIFA like 04 and 05? He was one of the commentators on the actual game.
Yeah, I remember that.
With Martin, was it Martin? No, it was John Watson.
Yeah. 69.
Holy moly! There's a stat.
What?
Sorry, I was just going to say, there's a stat and a half there. Gerrard is the longest-serving SPL manager.
Wow.
It's quite impressive, to be fair. Because obviously,
but he's only been in the job what, 3 seasons?
Yeah.
It's because Derek McInnes obviously left this position.
Away,
so
yeah.
Wow.
what minutes are you on here?
350.
340.
Yeah. And I'm on 352
Yeah, I'm 350.
Uh-huh.
57. So I'm ahead of yours.
Yeah.
Can I just point something out? 69 has commented 3 things in favour of Rangers, despite claiming that he doesn't have a thing for Rangers.
No.
Last Old Firm was really
Jesus,
worrying
that was-
for Rangers despite the victory. Okay. Fuck's sake, France.
To be fair, he's not wrong. I mean, I thought that game was going to end 0-0, but obviously they grinded out and ended up forcing. Was it Cal McGregor that scored the own goal that day?
Aye. I think
Yeah, forcing him
Yeah,
into
they
scoring their own goal. So
I think it's just that as well. Like, see, when you look at the games, Celtic, when they were invincible, they got lucky, a lot of them. You know, it was like 4-4 draw or 3-3 against Motherwell. Am I right in saying that?
one each.
Motherwell were 3-1 up.
no, I think that was the season
Oh,
before.
that was the
wasn't it?
4-3 game that Celtic won. We were 2-0
Majestic.
up and 3-2 up.
Yeah.
Fucking rocket.
So, you know, you got these kind of games where you think that's what Rangers have done this year, though. They've done the complete opposite of what Celtic's been doing. Grinding out games. Like, I mean, the latest game for Rangers was actually against Livy, where it was 1-0 until the 86 minute run. You know? So,
See, to be fair though, Rangers have conceded single figures in goals. Like, was it only 5 or 6?
9 goals.
That's ridiculous. It shows they're not grinding out results though. Like, they're actually getting the job done.
Like, it's just been really solid for them.
Yeah, I think Gerrard's
I would say-
really taking them to the next level this season. And I'm not just saying that because they've won the league, but
I know where you're coming
he's made
from
them
on that.
more tight at the back and then really strong going forward.
Yeah. Nah, it's
I know where you're
been
coming
a
from.
very,
That. Like,
very
what we're trying
impressive.
to say, it's just
I would love to compare
must be
stats
lagging here.
between the Invincibles of Celtic and then the potential Invincibles of Rangers. But I tell you, Invincibles that should not get credit is the Arsenal Invincibles. Drawing 12 games is not impressive. Just getting that out there. Overrated.
Ross, you were saying?
Arsehole. You arsehole.
Carry on, Osmond. What were you saying?
Literally arsehole. Yeah, I was just going to say what Gerrard's done this season is very, very impressive, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely. So 7 minutes into the game, still 0-0. So not barely. That's me telling you the score. If you're still watching.
Oh, he's spoiling it for his dad's on the night shift.
Oh dear. And of course, we've got 31 in the chat. Come on, troops, get your pals on.
Invite pals.
Bring pals.
Invite, bring.
Here's the thing that really frustrates me, right? So you'll get guys that'll record it on Sky, say, right? They're at their work, they know the score, but they'll still come home, watch the pre-match for an hour, then watch the whole game without even fast forwarding it. What's the fucking point? And the game could be like 1-1, and you're like, no. If it's Livingston, I just get to the game, fast forward it to the goals. Any controversy, I rewind, play. But these guys literally sit there, like at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, but at 12 o'clock at night, and watch the whole lot. I don't understand that.
I hate that so much. All right, Aaron, how's it going, mate?
Watch him, by the way.
Cammy, nice to see you again, big man. Loved the humour last night. Last night? You weren't on with us last night?
Yesterday.
Keep it up. I have subscribed.
I'm a bit worried now. Did you actually put that live last night?
Invincibles in 2016-17 conceded much more, but scored much more. Worse in Europe, I think. Yeah.
But see, the thing is, right? Celtic won the treble that season. Yes, granted they were worse in Europe, but Celtic were playing in the Champions League. You have to bear in mind. Rangers were playing in the Europa League. I'm not comparing the teams of both competitions, but I can remember Celtic's group. I mean, they had Barcelona, Man City, and I can't remember the third team, but I'm not making excuses for them. But
was it not Anderlecht?
I don't know. I wouldn't like to commit to an answer. But I mean, if you're just comparing stats between the in the league, I would say that Rangers potential invincibles are better, but obviously they still need to go invincible to be called invincibles.
Yeah. There's still a few games to go yet, so we'll see.
Plus, they've drawn the same amount of games at this stage.
Yeah, it's quite interesting the fact that this is the last. Like, Old Firms are not like usually the last game before the split.
Mm-hmm.
I found that quite interesting, but I think it's just obviously the way that it's fell this season.
Yeah. It's a fair point. UCL and UEL are completely different class. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Bring on the Conference League.
Yeah, I actually can't wait for the Conference League.
It's going to be like you just don't know what to expect because obviously it's something that's just fresh out the packet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
You're gonna have
it's great to see Livy.
There we go.
The Davy Martindale Express.
The Davy Martindale Express takes Europe.
Aye, so it's the Davy Martindale.
You all right there?
You fine?
Oh
No. Quite end to end already, to be honest.
So, Cammy, seeing as your team out of us four is the only team in any European conversation.
Goggsy99 says very saltily.
Yeah.
don't get better, get even.
Right, so hypothetically speaking, Livingston are in the Conference League. What three countries would you prefer to go to in a group stage?
Got to be somewhere in Holland. Got to be.
Right.
I love that.
The red light district, of course. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My missus is in the corner there, so. Probably Italy as well. And out the box, may as well just go Azerbaijan or something. You know, why not? You know, even Israel, because we get Israel in the Euros all the time recently in every qualification for Scotland. So we may as well get one local team or something in there as well.
Can we just draw the fact? What happened the last time a Scottish team played a team from Israel? Goggsy99, you want to answer that one first, bud?
I'll have you know the last time a Scottish team played an Israeli team, they beat them. No, they lost 1-0. I was thinking about the playoffs, but they lost 1-0.
So this week is Scotland games, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
International break.
Keep on.
There's a lot of controversy.
What's that?
A lot of controversy behind all that because of restrictions for travelling and quarantine rules and clubs not wanting other players to go and. So 1 minute you can play, the next minute you're getting told to quarantine. It doesn't make any sense. So why at the start of the campaigns?
It's I don't know. I'm not really going to voice my opinion on this because it's going to probably a bit too controversial, if I'm honest.
I also saw that Bayern Munich pulled Robert Lewandowski from the Poland squad against England.
Really?
Yeah, because obviously the quarantine rules.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, you know, if he, obviously, he's trying to break our record at the moment, so I don't want to jeopardise that.
Yeah.
That wasn't far away, by the way, if you've seen that.
He's having a good season, isn't he?
Ridiculous, man. I absolutely love the guy. I think he's so vastly underappreciated by the football community as a whole.
Yeah.
The fact that they had to they never went ahead with the Ballon d'Or because they knew that he was going to win it last season was
classic.
Awful.
Yeah.
But he's got 8 games to score 5 goals to equal Gerd Muller's record of the most goals in a Bundesliga season. Which I have every faith that he'll do because he scored a hat trick yesterday, and that's all he does.
You just ping the ball to Lewandowski in the box and he's scoring. It doesn't matter how, he will.
Oh. Filth.
I'm just glad we didn't get Poland in our qualifying group.
What are we thinking about the first 14 minutes of this game?
Lively. Quite lively.
I think Celtic have actually
what
Celtic
the
have actually
goal
pressed really well.
Yeah. I mean, Celtic are playing a lot better in this version of the fixture than they did earlier on in the season, for sure. I mean, they've actually tested the goalkeeper. I mean, I don't think they did that in the 2-0 game.
Yeah.
So they've won up to that already. But as of right now, I still think it's quite even. Like, I couldn't really pick a winner in terms of territory or expected goals yet.
If you don't take shots, you won't win.
True that.
Yeah.
Look, Mr. Ross County fan in the comments. Like, surely, have you not got anything else to talk about, like about Ross County?
Aye. Tell us about the Ross County game.
If you were actually a Ross County fan, you wouldn't be talking about Rangers and Celtic all the time. So,
is that some sort of achievement?
He just looking the wrong one.
No, this is a closet Rangers fan.
Aye, man, it's not a closet Rangers fan. He is a Rangers fan.
Get too far.
I bet he only changed his profile picture to Ross County when Ross County beat Celtic 1-0.
You will believe it.
That wouldn't even surprise me.
It's the fact that he's the last comment for in 4 times in a row. You're going for 9.
It's a training session for Rangers. It's a cup final for Celtic.
Don't
Great analysis there, big man.
Could you imagine Ian Crocker saying that? It's a training session for the likes of Alfredo Morelos, but it's a cup final for Scott Brown and the Celtic team.
Tell you what, man. The way Rangers are playing at the back, there's been a couple of slack passes with McGregor and that. Celtic might even capitalise on that, to be honest.
I will. There was one about 2 or 3 minutes ago where it was a slack pass and Celtic got onto it, but not really made the most of it.
Yeah, and McGregor had that shot just over the bar.
There's another young player that's coming through the ranks that I've been quite impressed with this season. Is that Stephen Welsh that plays for Celtic?
Nah, he's been quite good. I like the boy Kenny at right back as well. I think he's quite good.
Oh, he's been very consistent since he came in.
He's on loan though, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yep.
Gaz says, I'm not watching the game, just here for the stream. Couldn't care less about the Old Firm, just wanting my bet to come in.
What a guy.
Well, what is your bet, Gaz? Inform us.
We've already had Coupon Corner today, but feel free to tell us about your bet.
Chance for Celtic, yep. Good tackle.
French Eddie doing too much there, I think.
Aye.
You know, it's been a shite season for Celtic when it's been shite for players like Odsonne Edouard.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even Callum McGregor, Ryan Christie. They're only in the Scotland squad on previous performances for the national team.
Yeah.
Which I think's bullshit.
If it was based on club form, which it should really be, because I disagree with the likes of Stephen O'Donnell and Declan Gallagher being there.
If you call players up on base of club performance, Jordan Rhodes would have been a Scotland international well before when he was. It was ridiculous how long he had to wait.
Yeah. I think he's actually retired from international duty now.
It would not surprise me. Had to wait that long.
Aye. Michael G32 says, all right, that's enough of that, surely. Kevin...
Hibs fan, Michael?
Or is it a Pars man, or Wraith Rovers?
One shining light on the Scotland squad was Lyndon Dykes. You can't take that away from the guy.
Yeah.
You know, for a guy to come in, everyone thought, I'll pick Australia, we'll not have a striker, we'll be in the shit. And then he came out and says, no, I feel like I'm from Dumfries. I'm like, all right, aye, cool. Good for you.
See the thing where Lyndon Dykes is, he was born in Australia, but his mum and dad, they are from Scotland and they are from Dumfries. So like he was like, I think he was just born there because his mum and dad were working out there. So I can see that.
We've got to make sure Che Adams gets played, so he doesn't go and pick England.
Aye, at least if you give him like 5 minutes,
just make sure he's played.
Yeah, but I'm sure he came out a couple of years ago about that anyway and says, even if I was playing like Darren Bent 10 years ago, scoring 32 goals for Sunderland or whatever, he'll still never get picked for England. You know, was it Ricky Lambert for Southampton at one point? He only scored like 12 goals and he got picked. That's who the England teams went from one extreme to the other, you know? So for Scotland, I think you just need to get the guys called up, man.
Yeah. I'd really like to see Big Colker get called up for Scotland.
Aye.
Controversial, I know, but he seems to be doing quite well out in Turkey just now, and he's a cracking player.
The way that he reads the game,
Dundee, I think the biggest shock in the...
Was it?
I think when he signed for Dundee, though, it's probably the biggest shock in Scottish football for a long time.
I remember somebody put on Twitter the night before, like, I've just seen Stephen Colker in a Costa Coffee with Neil McCann. And I'm like, everybody's like, fuck off, what a lot of shit. And then the next day, Colker signs for Dundee, and everybody went back to that tweet like, fair play, mate.
69, Laxa looks pretty fast and lively. Don't think Celtic will have him for much longer. You'll be right, because he's only on loan from AC Milan.
Cool this cunt band, man. He doesn't care what he's talking about.
No, I think Colker, he did an interview this week, and I think he's managed to get his career back on track and stuff, and he's a good footballer. Like, he hasn't played at the clubs that he's played for and not be a good footballer, and he said he would quite happily play for Scotland if he got a call up.
I would happily say this for free. I would rather have Stephen Colker in the squad than Grant Hanley.
Yes.
See the way, like, I remember when Colker came into Dundee, the way that he used to read a game was
unbelievable,
brilliant. Like, you know how, like, when you see like the ball like coming over, like, he'd be able to like go, nah, I'm not going for that, and then you'd like tell like defenders like in front of him, you're going for this, like, or like he would go for it because of the way that he would just be able to read it in the air.
His composure was just unbelievable as well, I thought.
There's another slap pass from Rangers across the defence that we were talking about.
I did want to just see that as well.
Yeah,
listen.
Just tell you, Goldson trying to switch the ball across, Turnbull, nice touch. Probably not the best ball in the box, but Elyounoussi gets a corner at it, like, so.
Listen to this, actually. Colker's grandmother, Jessie, comes from Dollar in Clackmannanshire, which is just basically like, 10 minutes away from me. So,
wow.
There we go. Jessie Colker. Or Jessie, whatever her name is.
Yeah.
Go for Celtic. Go for Celtic.
Wow.
Celtic. Elyounoussi has got the Celtic goal.
Diving header.
I missed that.
Must have coming because here it comes out.
That's a fantastic header.
Yeah.
It's a good build up.
That's a peach. But what did I say before? Slack passing, defence is flustered. I actually thought it would be the opposite way about. I actually thought Celtic's defence would be like that.
Yeah. Hollander has to do a lot better there.
I should have cleared that.
Ross, that is pish from you, mate.
I know.
Absolute pish. Like, shame on yourself.
I know. That's poor defending.
He's just on as well. That's a great run, by the way.
You seen Elyounoussi was actually one earlier, but then he kind of waited and then was still running.
It was like Golson just played him on, and then Elyounoussi was just played on as well. You know.
I think that is deserved for the way that the opening 24 minutes.
The way Celtic have pressed them to start with has been very impressive so far.
It was only a matter of time when it was going to be a defensive error.
Yeah.
Aye, Rangers don't seem interested today, do they?
You need to be interested, man. They're chasing an unbeaten season, and obviously it's an old firm, so you need to
Doesn't mean nothing to them, Frass.
Nah.
Still bragging rights though. I mean, like if Ken, I remember when it was Dundee United. It doesn't even matter where they are in the league, where we are in the league. They still win it.
Mm-hmm.
There's after them winning the league and stuff like that, there's going to be a bit of a downturn. It's about to happen. When they're playing at such an intensity to try and win a title, they're obviously going to take their foot off the gas a little bit once they've won it.
Mm-hmm.
Hence the reason they got put out of Europe on Thursday, and they're now getting beat 1-0.
Sorry, I brag with a better team that night though.
Yeah,
that was like, I mean, because Rangers' attitude in that game was quite poor.
It's not just that though. Like we said on stream, Slavia Prague were I mean, they were the only team we'd properly seen come at Rangers at the pace and the intensity that they actually brought to the game, because you literally could not outrun Slavia Prague because they were that fast. Whereas
there's no slack pass from McGregor there.
Because Slavia Prague did exactly what Rangers have done to teams all season and just completely outrun them. Gaz says that's a coupon down then.
So you kept this Sunday to score for Rangers first?
No, he had Rangers, Man United, and Atletico to win. 10 gets him 85.
Oh. I mean, we'll just put his foot out there on the right time.
See, this is the old Celtic I remember watching the previous however many seasons.
Yeah.
See the way that Rangers are like all so close together when Celtic are attacking. Like that's just.
Mm-hmm.
We were speaking about Scott Brown before the game here. He's absolutely strolled it so far.
Aye.
Yeah,
I'd love to see his heart rate monitor.
Mm.
That's a penalty. Should be. Oh no, he's way get booked for diving. Yeah, Edward's just been booked for diving.
I need to see that again. That was quite a quick decision.
There's no arguments from him.
Yeah.
The fact call, it's just straight away like, poof, that's it. Get up, you.
Yeah, dive.
To be fair, Willie Collum, that's a brilliant decision there.
Yeah, he's gone down like a sack of tatties.
That's a brilliant decision. Good refereeing.
Oh, this guy's at the wind-up, man.
I bet if John Kennedy had seen that, he'd retract that.
Oh, that's shocking. Did you see the Doik one last night? No.
Nah, I didn't watch sports
from the Livy game. Oh man, like go and watch it.
Has he been taking lessons off Martin Boyle?
Aye, wearing speedos on a Sunday afternoon, filling it.
Aye.
Well, that's too much.
Mm-hmm.
Here's one for you. The guy Matt White, he put up about Stephen Colker. I say, well, really, who else are you going to call up? Because Craig Halkett's not exactly on his form when he was at Livy, playing for Hearts. And then Gallagher's not exactly like 20-year-old, man. Gallagher's getting on a bit. Grant Hanley's certainly not the answer.
To be fair to Grant Hanley, I'm going to back up Grant Hanley here. He's actually had a very good season at Norwich.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but he's had good seasons before that too. When he comes to Scotland, he'll do a blunder. I
appreciate that though, so I can see why they have called him up. But that's the thing. Like Scotland, we're not exactly blessed with world class centre backs. Let's be honest. But I think Colker could be a really good option for the bench anyway.
Mm-hmm.
John Guthrie.
Yeah.
Isn't he English?
He is, but he's supposedly got Scottish relatives that he could get called up.
Everybody's got Scottish relatives from Steve Clark's trying to pick a side.
Aye. But he's another one for you as well. What about Nicky Devlin this season? I mean, I'm not saying O'Donnell's not a good player, but what I'm saying is if you compare the two this season from form all the way through, O'Donnell's been off the pace every
What
single
about-
week.
What
Does not
about
look
Nathan
like the player that
Flanagan?
used to
He
kill him.
should be getting. Not Flanagan. What's his name? Nathan Patterson. He should get called up.
Nathan Patterson.
Played 4 games and they expect him to get a call up.
Oh no, I find that completely laughable. Yeah, he's one for the future. I don't.
Yeah.
He may have made however many under 21 appearances or whatever, but literally,
What a...
Somebody put it was a BBC Sport post, and then somebody said it was like, what do you think of the Scotland squad? And then somebody commented that boy young Patterson should get called up, and I said Callum Patterson's 26, mate, and he goes, no, that Patterson, you dick. Okay, I just thought he was the better Patterson, to be fair.
We should play Callum Patterson at right back.
Aye.
Callum Patterson
minutes
should
are you
be there for 30, 10, 11, 12.
I'm
You just missed
basically
the
bang
chance.
on with you, Fraz.
Has
You seen the chance of McGregor?
has Joe Aribo got any Scottish relatives?
He'll be waiting for
Yes.
England. He'll be waiting for England.
Last 5 match possession, 83-17 in favour of Celtic.
Mm.
Why
Wow.
don't we play Callum Patterson at right back?
Why don't we play
I
Cammy
said
Kerr
that,
right back? Because he can't
Well.
fucking cross our road.
We all know why we're not playing Cammy Kerr at right back. To be honest,
I
I'm
think
not-
Callum
I'm not-
Patterson got a shout.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of
I
this
said it- I said it
Christie
hard.
either, to be honest.
Oh,
When
here.
he was at Hearts, he was phenomenal.
Did you see when Christy Elliott gave Ayr a goal for when he played for Partick Thistle? He had the ball in the corner and he literally ran back to his own goal and cleared it, and it hit off the Ayr striker and Ayr scored off it.
He's good at going forward, but the guy can't defend. So,
Absolutely.
He used to be a striker. He's another one that changed the position.
Christy Elliott can play anywhere in the park.
yeah.
Michael G32 says missing out on Martin Boyle is the biggest mistake Scotland has made. Not really, when we've already
All right
got
then. All right then.
we've got Ryan Fraser, who's basically the same player,
Yeah. But better.
And he can actually
But
cross a ball.
Uh,
Problem with
He
Martin
keeps
Boyle is
himself
if you
on
ask
his
some of
feet.
his pals, they say
the end
if
of
the
the
guy
end of
could
the day,
cross a ball,
Aye.
we missed out on Martin Boyle, but we got Lyndon Dykes. So here, it's
A ratio on that goal, and the defence is absolutely awful. Ryan Fraser plays in a Diddy League. He plays in the bloody Premier League.
He plays for Newcastle.
one of the biggest clubs in the country. Aye, good.
You can
good
tell that
story.
this guy's a Hibs fan, isn't he?
Definitely. Ugh. That's a lovely ball.
Gosh, you'll be able to back me up. See, when you've managed the national team on Football Manager, how difficult is it to get people to switch national teams?
Oh, it's awful. Like,
Like, Che Adams is an absolute cunt on the game. Like, try to get him. Like,
you know how I managed to get Che Adams to switch nationalities, right? And it was the year 2024, and I'd had Che Adams on loan at Motherwell from Southampton in the season running up to the Euros, and I called him up, and we had a double header against San Marino in Macedonia, and he finally said, I'll because of
I'll
his
do it.
admiration for me, because he was my top goal scorer in the previous season, and he goes and scores 5 goals against San Marino. He's already a cult hero.
Wham bam, thank you, man.
You
Yes.
love a loan on FM, Gogsy. You never seem to own any players. You always just loan
Because
them.
I don't have transfer budget, mate.
Because you're a tight cunt.
Well, I'm a fifer.
There we go. That's all she wrote.
If you don't have budget, you just don't sign anyone or just get guys on freeze.
No, if I've got like
Yeah,
five,
Judy, how's that going for you, Rossco?
It's going well, mate. Going well.
like if I've got 500k to spend in a transfer budget on football manager, I'll just put it all in the wage budget, and then I can sign X amount of players from the Premier League who aren't actually playing first team football.
You're probably the type of cunt that, like, signs Bakary Sagna.
O'Donnell
I do not
Hughes
sign
said-
players that have like passed it.
Well, I did sign Bakary Sagna one time.
Yeah.
Told you.
It was that time I was sitting watching you guys FM stream, and Stevie signs Yaya Toure, blows his budget of like 20k a week on him. like, what are you doing? I got him for like 2k a week at Queen's Park Raisins.
Queen's Park Raisins. I think you made him captain though. Stevie was quite reluctant to make him captain, so he had to bump up his wage.
Yeah.
But I don't think making it 10 times what you done was a bit of a wise move.
20k a week, that was stupid.
I'd back that. Matt White, McTominay and Cooper at the back. I'd definitely back that.
Yeah.
Scott McTominay's seamlessly slotted into our defence.
We've got to go 3 at the back, eh? We've got to go 3 at the back.
Yeah.
This is the other thing. Colker puts Considine out that team.
Oh, definitely.
100%.
Constantine.
Considine's only in because of how well he done when he got drafted in the last time.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, like he did do well the last time, but Andy Considine's not a great footballer.
He's only there for the song. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. But he's good at. But he works well in a back 3.
Go on, Bruni.
Yeah, no, I think for me, McTominay, Gallagher, Cooper.
Yeah,
I'd back that. You know, there's another one that like for Leeds, Barry Douglas. Like, where is he these days? Like, I would have had him in the national team a few years ago.
Blackburn.
I always thought he was a
Blackburn.
good player. The guy drifted off the face of the earth when he went to Poland.
aye. I thought Barry Douglas was one of the few footballers that could actually put a ball in the box and not hit the first man.
Yeah, it's the problem with Barry Douglas. The 2 best players we've got are both left backs.
Yeah.
That's the other thing that you've got to kind of put Tierney at centre back really for playing a back 3. I forgot about that.
Hi Gogsy and mates, do you miss Natty and the Groypers? You make them sound like a band.
6ix9ine, shut up! You don't care who they are.
I do miss their donations. I will say that. In fact, they just swarmed in the stream, and then we would make X amount of money from it as well. It's quite funny.
How is old Natty? I've not seen him in a while, and he always patches my Snapchats now. It's just disappointing. Oh, what are you doing, Bane, man? Gee. Hope he gets another ball in the face and it actually busts his nose this time.
Yeah.
Don't think there's a goalkeeper I hate more than Scott Bain.
No.
Absolute cunt.
Yeah.
First corner of the game, I think.
For Rangers?
69.
Maybe.
I do. All right.
Nice.
There we go. Corner coming in.
Oh, it's a goal.
Goal, 1-1.
Oh, wow.
That's Morelos as well. He's
Morelos.
Morelos has finally got his first goal against Celtic.
Go on, Harvey.
I'm here.
He's in there.
Aye, very good.
Oh, he's going like that. What a prick.
Right, so that's my both teams to score in both halves. I just need one more corner now for Celtic in this first half. And
that's another defensive error there. Like, Morelos is unmarked. Who's that? That's awful defending.
He is free as a bird there.
Is that boy Kenny?
It's Zono marking there. And they've, like, the boy Ayers no picking up anybody. So that there's Zono marking. And Ayers is standing there in the middle by himself, and he's the tallest guy in the box. He should be on somebody there.
I do not care for Zono marking. Ross, if we're ever going to become a managerial team, I am not preaching Zono marking.
No, I'm not. I don't do Zono marking anyway. It's
all about man mark.
I don't agree with it.
Oh, I am. It's got a zone.
Does anybody relate to this? Right? Do any of you like play in the comments? Do any of you play football? Right? And the tallest guy in your team always ends up picking the smallest guy on the opposition's team at a corner, and then one of the weird guys in your team has to pick up like the biggest guy because they're just so unorganized. Does anybody have that problem?
Yes.
So I've definitely seen that before.
I was always tasked with marking the big centre half and corners. So all I did was just stand on his toes.
Yeah. I remember that one time I just lost it in the box. It was like the tallest guy in our team's like picking up the weirdest guy. I was like, why are you on him? Like, swap with me. It's like some 6'5" centre backs marking like a 5'9" striker. Like, what are you doing?
He's mine, boys. He's mine.
He's mine.
He's mine. Just.
Oh, brilliant. Game back on then.
Yes.
1-1.
Oh, that's my Celtic corner. Yes, right. Here we go.
Yes, we've scored.
Wait, is this the 100-1 that you've got on?
Yeah. So now I didn't really mention it, Coop and Cora, because I'm not expecting these things to come in. But so that's me had both teams to score in the half, 2+ corners each team for the half, and now I just need 20+ booking points for each team, and then both teams to score in the second half and 2 corners each team in the second half.
And that should have been got caught out there.
That should have been 2-1. That should have been 2-1. Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Really had a red face there, Alan. If that was going to
I
a
need one to
faster
drink last
pace,
night.
that was going at a faster pace. That would have reminded me of Chelsniak against Dundee. Greg Sharp, love it.
So I know it's a tall order, but I need 1 Celtic booking, 2 Rangers bookings. That's all in the second half. 2 corners in each team, and both teams to score.
How much do you have on?
Just a quid.
Just a quid.
Yeah.
Fine.
Keep on, guys.
Oh, what a save!
Yeah, what an absolute save that was.
What a save, Golden Bags.
What a save.
Matt White says, bet guides back up, boys. Morelos to score and both teams to score. Now need Ayer booking, Barisic booking.
Eimer.
Aye.
Oh,
This has been the best Old Firm of the season.
knew it would be, because there's no pressure on either team.
Mm.
Da, 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 da.
Mm-hmm.
It's been quite a quick game. You know, like that's nearly the first half up already.
Yeah. Celtic have been the better of the 2 teams, I think.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That spelling mistakes thing. The last time I was on here, we were talking about school and stuff, and somebody put in the comments, I passed my higher English. Fraz is like, well, clearly you never, because that's the wrong use of the word past.
He spells it P-A-S-T. I was just like, nah.
That was so funny.
That's no going unnoticed.
69 says, would be interesting to see an Old Firm in the Scottish Cup. Yeah, definitely Old Firm advocate.
Yep, I agree with the comment that Cammy made in the private chat there.
Yeah, Cammy, I wish you were here for the Scottish, Scottish Cup, the League Cup final.
Aye, that'd have been cool.
No, I don't.
To be honest with you, Livy were fucking awful that day. They were horrendous.
Yeah, listen,
I don't know why you didn't think
5 weeks.
I don't know why you didn't start the jet. That was like the downfall.
No, see 5 weeks ago, he wasn't
playing.
Oh,
almost a goal.
Like the way he's been playing now is nowhere near what he's been playing. Like he needs a pre-season. Simple as that, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you look at these kind of players coming in, and they're just not fit enough when they first come in, so they're playing catch up. And then if they don't perform, they're not going to get the reap of the fans being supportive. You know.
Aye, he's the type of player that needs to start off with a bang.
Every time David Turnbull gets the corners, man, I think that Celtic are going to score.
Yeah, they're looking dangerous.
Here's one for you. Do you think Turnbull might even get bought again in the summer?
Not this year. But myself and Stevie are confident that one day David Turnbull will go for 10 million or more.
Yeah.
I definitely think, he has been a shining light on a very shite Celtic side this season. He should have started well sooner, though.
Yeah.
I'm really impressed as to how good Celtic are looking today.
Yeah.
Off time.
Yeah, good first half. Quite enjoyed that, actually.
This is the most I've enjoyed a Celtic Rangers game in a long time.
I hope they keep the tempo up for the second half, though.
Look at Morelos, man. He's fucking raging. He's broke the Old Firm scoring duck and he looks raging.
How much is our... I have no idea how much our selling clause is on the contract.
There's no Football Manager, Matt White. We just don't know that information.
That's another point, actually. Speaking of sell-on clauses, Jack Henry's made the Scotland squad as well.
He's having a good season in Belgium, so I can understand why.
Yeah.
Because the team he plays for is third in the Belgian league.
Yeah. I don't think there was ever any doubt in Jack Henry's ability. I just don't think it worked out for him well at Celtic.
And because of that, he became a meme.
Yeah, he was good for Dundee. Like, we only had him for 6 months, and he was quality for us. So
yeah, I think he was one of the first defenders I've seen. He used to just run with the ball since Lee Wilkie. Like, it was just so he was so tall and equally so strong. It was unbelievable.
Guys, I'm going to go to the toilet. I'll be back.
In the comment.
Probably not, Christopher, but hello, how you doing, mate? Christopher's our Norwegian correspondent supporting Vålerenga.
That's fucking priceless, man.
Well, he's blocked now, so.
I'll get him back on. I want to see what he says. If you read the private chat, honestly, he needs to come back with a picture, like.
No. Right, so those are the comments. We've got 50 in the live chat. Feel free to comment below what your thoughts are on the game so far, and we'll read them out. Oh, goodness.
Out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm hanging, man. Oh.
Wow. Me too. Just done from last night.
No, man. Balogun is pants at right back.
It's not his natural position. He's a centre half.
He's a centre half.
Mm-hmm.
He's a number 4. He likes to defend and he takes long throws.
William Fonte.
It's Alan Lithgow.
Where is he now, by the way? Is he still at you?
Yeah, he's just been injured for about 15 months. He's actually back in training. He was meant to be on the bench yesterday, but he didn't quite make it. So, I don't know. If you can keep yourself fit, I wouldn't mind giving him another year because he is a good defender.
I remember it was Ham, Craig Halkett, and Declan Gallagher. They were the three at the back, and they were really quite strong together. And obviously Liam Kelly was in goals.
Gallagher, Halkett, let's go. It's magic. Go fuck yourself, Matt. No.
Does not work like that. Who was your first?
Motherwell may as well be called if you sign.
What?
If you do sign Alan Lithgow, it means it should be Duds 11.
Get on Patterson to give us something on the attack from the right hand side.
Oh,
Says Double J Gaming.
just before his big Scotland call up,
Right. Aye, that's the one.
That's it. Give him a chance of making the Euro squad.
Aye. I mean, if it's not Patterson, they'll be wanting Tavernier to make the switch as well.
Aye.
I've just seen an advert there for a DIY store called Mano Mano, and all I think is that he's like, "Can we talk Mano Mano?" I was like, "What's Mano Mano? That's the man."
God almighty. Here, what about Trent Alexander-Arnold getting left out of the England squad? That's a bold call.
He's not been good enough for Liverpool. I mean, Gareth Southgate came out and said that, and I do agree with that.
That's a bold call, to be fair.
I don't think he was like the preferred right back for England anyway. I mean, they've got Kyle Walker, so.
I think it was Kenny that gave the corner away from the halfway line that led to the goal.
Wow, I can imagine John Kennedy picking him up on that. Like, you were the man that gave away the corner. You're like, oh, was that the halfway line?
That goal again for Celtic, the more you watch it back, you think Helander should just get there, no problem. Eh?
Aye, Ross, you hang your head in shame. That was poor defending from you.
Sorry, mate. That's the thing, Cammy. I made a comparison about you last night. We've all got people that we look like.
Yeah, we got cut from Coronation Street. Not Orlando. I'm Craig Gordon, which I'll take because I love Craig Gordon, despite him playing for a championship rival.
For Gogsy, have you had anybody?
Jim Spence. Oh, it's Jim Spence.
No, I've got a better one. Give me a second. I've got a better one than that.
Jim Spence.
See if you say either Beavis or Butthead.
Beavis or Butthead. I was going to say, like, you've got a Rangers representative there and Chris Boyd. You've got a Celtic rep and Martin O'Neill, but and Faddy's there as a neutral. It's honestly uncanny resemblance, mate. Jim Spence.
See, that's Jim Spence. This is better. Katie.
Gogsy 99 coming out the Far Park tunnel.
Oh no! Stop that. Behave.
Beehive.
Dougie Donnelly.
What?
Dougie Donnelly.
Oh my God! This. Get out. Oh no! No.
Where was the photo of there was a photo of, like, I think Declan put Gogsy's face on Jim Spence's.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
Oh, Jim Spence. Faddy's not a neutral man. Faddy grew up a Celtic fan.
Correct.
His hero was Paul McStay.
Turnbull, he grew up a Celtic fan as well, did you know?
I have no idea. Like, people say to me all the time, "Oh no, he's born and bred Motherwell fan," and whatever. I'm like, okay. Do not care for it anymore. Matt White says Trent Alexander-Arnold is the most overrated right back in the world. The Caldo says, how many times does McGregor save Rangers a season? Well, seeing as McGregor scored an own goal in Rangers' favour as well.
To be fair though, 39, he's doing unbelievable. Like,
Still got it. Like,
I wish he was. To be honest with you, I wish he wasn't. I wish he was in the Scotland squad. I know he's obviously not retired and not doing that kind of stuff anymore. But that honestly, in terms of like a bench option, that could be. He could still do it for us.
See, that was the thing that, like, Ken, I know he had his bit where he done what he done, and it was controversial, and then he had to come back and regain the SFA and the Scotland supporters trust and all that. But see, when he always came in for the national team, he was always so strong.
Yeah,
I was saying to Goggsy, like, one of my favourite Scotland games, we got beat by Spain, but Alan McGregor was absolutely ridiculous. He was like world class that game.
Yeah, some keeper like.
Oh, there it's there. John Spence. You know he's the rector. Is he the former rector of the University of Dundee?
He's the current
like
rector of Dundee Uni.
It's an uncanny resemblance. Take it on the chin.
Yes, McGregor did get banned from Scotland.
But he apologised and Barry Ferguson never, so they...
Spim gents.
Mm-hmm. 4 minutes till the second half kicks off, troops. We've got 52 in the chat right now, so let's have.
Let's get to 55. What?
Oh.
See, when someone puts in the end of their comment, discuss, it's like, what does the panel think? Discuss. Don't give a fuck.
No, it's like an exam question.
Bob has 3 pairs. Bill has 2. Johnny has none. Like,
which one's the fat greedy bastard?
Discuss. Oh boy, oh boy. We're on our way to the Euros. We're on our way.
I can't wait for this international break.
It's been a long time coming. It feels like it's been absolutely ages since Scotland played. And the way that Dundee are going, I need something to kind of like change my focus.
Aye, fair enough.
Same with me and Motherwell, mate. Same with me and Motherwell.
You always like me and Ross will say something about Dundee, and you're always like, it's the same with us at Motherwell. Like, you do not have it as bad as us. Be quiet.
No. Like, you're probably not even going down this season. Like, at the end of the day, it's a fairly successful season for you. Tell you, I haven't spoken to you about this. That was a stinking result for you yesterday.
That was funny.
That is a stinking result.
You know what? See when we got pumped by St. Johnstone and Ackies, I was pure raging. But yesterday, because I was enjoying the stream, I was just like,
it's just enjoying itself. When Kyle Lafferty scored in that opening 2 minutes, you know it was game over.
Cammy, put yourself on mute. There we go. I didn't want to listen to his private conversation.
Christopher says John clearly ate his and now eyeing his pal's apples. That's an interesting take.
There's one. I like Christopher. I feel like he's getting another patter.
Yeah.
Christopher's sound actually. Where's Robbie B actually? I haven't seen Robbie B for a while.
Robbie B's crying because Kuna South got beat yesterday.
Who did they get beat by?
Was it Morton?
Aye.
This backs up my point. Anyone can beat anyone in that league. Telling you.
I mean, like, the points difference is absolutely mental. Like, obviously, Hearts 46, Wraith 30, Dunfermline 30, Dundee 30.
It's like
Cali
8
twice.
points between any team below Hearts and between Hearts and Alloa.
It's like, other than the gap between first and second, the biggest gap is probably between 10th and 9th. Because, I mean, Morton's only 5 points behind second, third, and fourth. Like,
yeah.
The Caldo says, is Cammy a permanent fixture on Passing Night? Well, we'll see how it goes.
well,
So far, so good.
well.
There he is, thumbs up from
There
him.
is.
Right, he's yawning. I don't want to unmute his mic if he's mid-yawn.
Cheeky yawn before they unmute.
There we go. Thanks for that.
That's all right. No, it's just didn't want you to get caught out there.
There's a bit
That's
at the
right.
at the bottom there that says like mute and stop cam. So if like you're like walking away or
Ah,
that, you can
so I
just
see
stop
now.
the
It
cam.
wasn't there before. I had to click on it. It was hidden somewhere.
Aye.
Right, Joseph.
He's
in
the
the
only
comments.
Livy fan I know. Some boy. Well, me, my granddad, my dad, that's about it, mate. So, happy days.
To be fair, I'm glad you're a Livy fan and not a St Johnstone fan.
Right,
One
he's-
benefit, aye.
that Ross has an undying hatred for St Johnstone fans.
Do you blame him, man? They're cunts.
Aye.
Christopher says our season keeps getting cancelled, so I've not had a chance for a good cry this year yet.
Do you, I could do a Valerenga save on Football Manager, and I could like record it, and I'll give it to you, and you can cry or laugh over that.
Craig Wood says, sorry, my bad. What
That's the boy I was on the phone to.
Oh, right. No problem. The Caldo says, should have got Coby on for the Glasgow derby. He's a man with an opinion. He's also.
Well, it would help if Coby responded to any messages. That would.
Yeah.
be a
If you want to get
good
Coby back on, push him to come on, get him mails, because he doesn't respond to our mails. I'm planning my own channel, but I'm kind of like thinking of other things now. Ross, we still need to have a conversation
Eh?
about the potential. I've got the potential idea.
Right. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm quite happy to help you out with that. I think speaking about my own channel for a minute here, I have no idea what to do for my next video. The ideas have dried up. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm still like nowhere near finished my research for the next installment of the still game series we've got.
I know.
Get your fucking finger out.
My Alan Suter interview was like the pinnacle. So
All downhill from there.
That's the high point.
but not to name names or anything, but I'm not going to be one of these people that pushes out podcasts like nobody's business. So I don't really want to do another podcast for a wee while. I just want to make it a sort of rare thing.
Yeah.
Because I definitely think I could get a couple of people on, but I don't want to be like pushing out podcasts like every like
It's
daily.
quite well timed though.
So it's
So obviously it was Alan's first
that's
BBC
the thing. Like I want to kind of, I don't know what people think about it, but I kind of want to move into more darts stuff. I don't know. So, we'll see. I haven't thought of another video yet, but the Darts Premier League starts at the start of next month, so I'll maybe do something for that.
Oh yeah. Any new candidates in the running for the Gold Pod? I do not make it public who I'm going to be having on the podcast. I've got none planned at the moment because I've taken time off this week, but we'll be back up and running after the international break.
Okay.
Yes. Bye.
For For those interested, we're 2 minutes into the second half. I don't think anybody's said.
No, just
Aaron Fraser was a throw in there.
Aye.
So Celtic and Rangers fans, let us know what you're thinking about the game so far. If you are watching, whatever we're having to say. I like the kit you've got on Gogsy. Cheers. I mean, you can get it in all good Adidas stores, I suppose.
JD,
yeah.
Celtic corner there. Like Celtic taking the shot to flick through though.
Look at all the space he had there. Like, no one was actually closing him down.
You know, Laxal's got that Brady Taylor. I would love to see him without Brady Taylor. I think that would be the funny thing of it.
I couldn't imagine him without Brady here.
Oof.
Oh.
Welsh.
Is he only 27 or something?
Laxal, I think so.
Oof. Yeah, I'm surprised.
Rangers are still playing from the back here.
Aye. Yeah.
I don't understand it. Look at that.
Oh, God's sake, man. They're going like it's because everywhere else is so small, and then the fact that like you've got Ayer and Welsh.
But what keeps happening? What it keeps happening is they're playing out from the back. They give it back to McGregor. McGregor hoofs it, and it ends up going to Scott Brown's feet.
Beautiful.
It's not exactly a brilliant tactic.
Yeah. See this boy Welsh. I think he's been in the Celtic side the same amount of time as Jack Hendry was when he got his first call up. I'm surprised he's not been tipped as the next big thing, big Scotland centre half.
Aye.
Because
Jack Hendry was. As soon as
the thing was, Jack Henry had 6 months at Dundee before it as well.
Do you remember I think we played Celtic and we only got beat 1-0, and then Brendan Rodgers said that Jack Hendry would be a Scotland international within the next 12 months, and the way that he had to become a Scotland international was by basically buying him.
Yeah. And we got good money. We got a great deal out of that. Neil McCann pushed for a really good deal out of that. So remember they came in with just under $1 million, and we stood our ground and held out for $1.5 million.
Was it Alloa you got him from?
No,
Wigan.
He was at Partick Thistle, and then he went down south.
Wigan.
To Wigan, and I'm pretty sure like Everton and that were after him when he was at Wigan. And then he ended up getting released by Wigan. I think he had injury problems or something. He ended up getting released, and we got him for nothing.
So in the space of 6 months, he pretty much got a free 1.5 million.
Yeah, essentially, yeah. It was brilliant business from Neil McCann. It was a great find that we found Jack Henry and Glenn Kamara in the same summer.
Glenn Kamara, see when Glenn Kamara came, he was just basically branded an Arsenal reject.
Yeah.
And we basically turned him into one of the most composed footballers I've seen at Dundee.
We didn't turn him into that. He was always a good player.
Mm-hmm.
This was the thing. That season, the 17-18 season, we could have been that much better. I think the only thing that lacked us in that season was an out-and-out striker.
Yeah. Yeah.
If we had that mixed with the way that we were trying to play football,
we would have finished top 6 that season if we had somebody that could put the ball in the back of the net.
I mean, even Gowser said that.
Good save by McGregor there, by the way, from Edward.
Mm-hmm.
That season was the first season I felt proper, we're doing well here. And I feel properly connected with the club. But I mean, because Neil McCann had a good rapport with the Dundee supporters.
Yeah.
And he always felt appreciated.
He was in terms of how fickle Dundee fans are at times. He was a manager I think the fans have most stuck by since I've gone. I think we were actually quite patient with him.
Christopher says reminds me of the Norway away you talked about made by Nike. Afternoon, John. Christopher says we've had some horror tops. 97, 98 top is up there with the worst I've ever seen by anyone. As in Norway or Valerenga? I'll have to search up.
See, another thing with Neil McCann was always like brutally honest. If we weren't at the races, he would say that in like the press conferences or whatever. And I think a lot of like we just appreciated that, honesty. Whereas I think James McPake tries to be like a bit too honest and like it's kind of like it's not working. If McPake was Neil McCann's assistant like all those years back, and then now got the managerial job, I'd have probably accepted it because I think. But see his depth.
Good comment there. I've already mentioned the Hassan Kuchul elephant in the room to Cami.
Wanker
What
that
a
he was.
disgrace! What a disgrace! Actually,
I'm not bored on observing their conversation about how shit James McPake is and how good Neil McCann could have been if he never got the sack.
Oh yeah, no, Cammy, we have this like most of the time.
Yeah.
Well, we also have you bitching about Motherwell all the time as well.
I know.
Like
Beating
Gogsy
Ross
usually thinks that
County.
defeat is the end of the world. Like Gogsy, like Motherwell could go into liquidation, and you'd be like, "It's not the end of the world, but we'll come back."
Beating Ross County, top 6, here we come.
He was doing a fucking cinnamon charge because it was the first win they had since Halloween. So don't use that, you fish, wee man.
I mean, what top 6 are you talking about? Top 6 in League 2, like?
I same to you, Gogsy boy.
He even managed to get his brother on for the cinnamon challenge.
It was a family occasion. Like Grandad were getting phoned in all.
Norway away one. Okay. Thoughts on Che Adams? Absolute baller.
We kind of said that already, do we know?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
did.
we've kind of covered that. I think we should probably leave that till the Scotland streams, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I was thinking that earlier.
Because of course on Wednesday we're going to be doing a wee preview show talking everything Scotland. We'll get everyone in the chat to jump in with some questions as well. Do a wee live show like that in this sort of style of Super Scoreboard.
Patterson's coming on.
Oh, here we go. Here's the internationalist coming on.
The Messiah.
Mate, I can't believe how young he looks.
Yes.
What's the kind of boy who hangs about the back of a corner shop, man?
He's,
Aye. With his new Lacoste jacket on.
Yeah. Here is the Euro 2020 player of the tournament coming on.
2021.
It's Euro 2020 though.
With an
tackle.
Oh, Laxalt's just skinned him.
He's made you look like a right tit.
And he's just put him on the floor.
Great
start.
I know you're there.
It's a great start. Call him up.
Fucking hell. I've seen that, dude.
We're actually rinsing a young laddie, but it's just because of like Rangers fans thinking just because he's played like a couple of games, he's going to get called up for the Scotland squad. It's just not happening.
It's because he scored a great goal in Europe.
Christ, Tony Watts scored a great goal in Europe. It doesn't mean to say you should call him up as well.
Gogsy would think otherwise.
No. McCann was a great player with Hearts. One of the best ever games he played in a 4-3 defeat to Rangers in a League Cup
Yeah.
final.
I've heard this from a lot of people. Neil McCann was like unbelievable back in the day.
Quite the player.
And
I'm sure it was knee injuries that done his career in early.
Yeah.
Aye.
Still came back to us on trial and chipped the Wraith Rovers goal with him.
Bet Ramage had split alliances that day. Probably never even knew what was going on.
We we should be scoring them anyway.
Neil McCann should be scoring these types of goals.
Aye.
Oh.
I hate these type of comments. Thinking who you support, they comments are the worst.
Mm.
We shouldn't be conceding 3 at home to Queen of the South. Well, we have, Ramage, so
Shut up, you prick.
if you know, you know.
So a bit upset after last night. If you know, you know. Oh,
Jamie Ramage has left the group.
Rest in Paradise Suite. Surprised there's only been one booking.
2. Scott Brown got booked early doors second half, yeah. There was a booking in the first half, can't mind who it was. But
Edward for booking. Diving, sorry.
oh, of course, that was it, yeah.
Christopher says, if you're going to put a player in like that, you're best feeding him into a team in a friendly, not the start of a qualifying campaign. Aye. The thing is, I don't think there's going to be apart from like warm up for like a massive tournament. I don't think there's going to be much room for trying out new players in friendlies because we've got the
Euro Nations is pretty much friendlies now.
Yeah,
I think
The Nations League is going to take that over on.
I think that's why the likes of Jack Henry and Nisbet and that have been called up, just to give them a run out and see how well they do, you know.
Yeah. Aye, they'll probably get tested against.
There's probably 3 players, in my opinion,
Hmm.
that doesn't make any sense. Turnbull, Campbell, and Gilmore.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, Billy Gilmore hasn't played any regular first team football.
Campbell.
Gilmore.
Alan Campbell.
Alan Campbell.
Alan Campbell. Oh, it's the first non-Motherwell fan I've ever heard.
He's
not going to get called up for Scotland.
No, he's in the most competitive.
Listen, he plays that well in the 21s. I just feel that if you're playing good in Europe, good in Scotland under 21s or whatever you're playing in, it kind of goes back to the Grant Hanley thing we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Good for club teams, shit for international.
Aye, it's true. I suppose, but I think the one thing with Scotland, the centre midfielders are probably the most strong position we've got on the park. I would say. I think in terms of depth, I think we've got you've got McLean, Christie, McGregor, Ryan Jack. Who else have we got?
Oh, Morelos putting the elbow into
McTominay technically is a centre midfielder.
There's a Morelos booking. That's what I was after.
Yeah.
6 bookings this season. Shameful.
John McGinn.
There we go. I do like Kenny McLean. I'm going to be the first to say that. I think Kenny McLean's a good player. He's a good option. And when he comes on as a substitute, he gets settled really quickly, regardless of the position that we're in when he's on.
Aye.
He's a composed player. And I know a lot of the Aberdeen fans still like him for the way that he kind of left Aberdeen, you know, because he was supposed to go to Norwich in the January, but he said he wanted to go back to Aberdeen to the end of his contract.
Yeah,
like Ryan Jack.
I'm just a Barisic booking away from 60 quid.
It sounds like a really shite band, Barisic booking. Please welcome to the stage, Barisic booking. Joseph Coyle will probably be in the crowd for it. In the garage. Or the O2 Academy. Joseph's been quite quiet tonight, today, sorry, boys. Is any game where he is? Oh, here we go. Christopher Ayers up for the corner. Every time this ball goes into the box, I always think it's going to be a goal.
Oh, such a good ball, man.
I know.
Well, I've definitely got my 2 Celtic corners this half. Put it that way. But I still need a goal. I still need a goal from each team. 2 Rangers corners and a Rangers booking. So it's still looking fairly unlikely.
You know, I was about to ask Christopher Haugen, who's Norway's up-and-coming player, but I kind of answered that question before I asked it. Who else is coming through the ranks in Norway that we should see in Europe?
Apparently, Haaland has a cousin or something that has a better goals-to-game ratio than Haaland does.
Aye, I saw that.
You play for Molde? Or something like that.
I can't remember who's plays. Oh, by the way, I'll tell you something, right? This guy posted on one of the Motherwell pages, and he said, "I know of a great player that Motherwell should sign who plays his trade in Norway. He's a relative of Haaland." I was like, "Fuck off." And everyone checked his profile picture, and like he had a Rangers backdrop and and I was like, why is a Rangers fan?
Raz, is that ball in the corner?
Is what?
No,
that ball was not even touching the line.
I was about to say that if there was a linesman on that side, you'd have probably picked up on that because he's done it twice there.
Yeah. It's not on the quadrant.
What's the fucking point? I don't get that. That really pisses me off. Like, what is the need to put it outside the D? You really think half an inch is going to make you put the ball in better or something, you know?
I know.
Yanis Hadji's coming off, and Scott Arfield, who was very poor on Thursday, I felt, is coming on.
Yeah.
Here we go.
His allegiances are with Canada nowadays, isn't it?
Yeah.
The Canadian international, as they say.
Canadian.
Do you think we missed out on him as well at one point?
Yeah. To be fair, he would probably get a call
half
up
and
just
half
now.
For Scotland.
I'm trying to think who's the other Canadian that played for Rangers.
Albert Thielen, that was it.
Fraser Aird. That's the one.
He was at United.
I used to think he was brilliant, man.
He scored.
I used to think he was a really good player.
Oh, Morelos is dead.
What? Laxalt, another booking? What's he already been booked?
See the way that he just goes, and then he like tumbles like 40 times. Prick.
Oh, he did book him. There you go. That's another booking for you.
Somebody's going to get sent off sooner rather than later, I'm telling
you. Yeah. Hope it's Barisic. That'd be great. Not for my fantasy team, but for my bet. But he scores and then takes his tap off to celebrate.
Oh man, I can't.
That's a shame, Ross. That's a shame.
What's a shame?
In relation to the message that you have said.
Right.
That's the whole thing, knackered.
Well, it wasn't me that done it.
It was me. There's a man that knows how to put a corner on the corner.
I was just the way to say that. I was just like, at least he can put it in the corner.
Good ball.
I think Christopher Ayo will get a move from the summer. I think he'll be away.
That's a throw-in. What?
Did he just take the quick free kick?
How was that? How quick was that quick free kick?
That was a quick free kick. That was a mess quick free kick.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like shit, man. Oh.
Tennent's Light, Scotland's lowest calorie beer.
I no wonder. It's like alcohol free.
Is it?
Shite.
I've not even tried it. Any of you tried
Oh,
it?
so you haven't even tried
This is
regular
quite
Tennent's?
No, because regular Tennent's is fucking howfin as well.
I hate beer.
No, it's not.
It is. And regular Tennent's is disgusting.
Oh, it's not.
You better with like a. To be fair, I'm not a big
This
beer
makes you
fan
push
though.
too
But
much.
see if it's like a sweeter beer. You know the ones you get in like curry houses, like a Kingfisher or a Cobra. I'd have that. But I'm not like a big beer drinker.
Mm-hmm.
It's
See,
obviously
see
trying
the
to
thing
act
with Tennent's, right? Tennent's is actually all right, the first pint. But if you drink 1 pint, then go to the toilet, that's you push 3 pints. And if you have 2 or 3 Tennent's, then you push a bucket. So,
This is going on.
Larson7 says regular Tennent's is the best.
Nah, it's not for me.
Nah, I was just
Gogs, you don't drink beer at all.
correct. That's why
Nah.
You can't have an opinion on beer if you don't drink it.
Fuck up.
Yeah,
You stick to your coffee mug.
oh, Christopher has put up more names to watch out for.
Christian Borchgrevink, Sami Sarawi, and Tobias Christensen. A name I can pronounce. Are the next big thing out of Valerenga.
I was just thinking for Football Manager.
Yeah. Like I'm partial to a Budweiser on occasion as well, but that's about as far as I would go.
Twisty caps.
Yeah. I'm much like a pint of Kingfisher is good. It's very, very good.
Have you ever had Chang beer from Thailand?
No, I've not had that one. Is it any good?
It's quite good. It's quite, as you say, it's like a sweet one because obviously you get it in like.
Yeah, I've not actually tried it. To be fair.
Remember, we went to a Chinese restaurant and we
Yeah,
had like
Corona and Draft.
Corona and drafts. Just it doesn't vary from the bottle though. But see, like bottles of Corona go down far too easily.
Uh-huh. Soul's like that as well.
Yeah. It's I've not really ventured out and trying a lot of beers though because I'm not a big fan of it. Like, guys, I've tried, as you know, numerous amounts of whiskey and rums, but in terms of like beer, I've not really ventured too much into that.
Where the fuck are they gloves on?
Surprised he's not got 55 written on them.
Just mark and look at the corner of his hands up like that.
5-5.
Larson7 has just put up a message.
The one I drink regularly though is either Corona or Foster's.
I only drink Foster's in one specific place.
Trust the Celtic guy to drink Foster's, eh?
White beer.
Foster's only drink that in a place. Have you ever been to the Celtic Kangaroo in Stirling? Carrie?
Yes.
That's the only place that I drink Foster's.
David Turnbull's through here. Oh, what a day.
Big arm with the feet, big shags.
He's made one flop today, McGregor.
He looks like shit today, man. He looks hungover.
I don't think you can talk about anyone looking like shit.
That one the day after they win the trophy and they're going past in the car and McGregor's just like he's just dead.
He had his head like before he actually rolled in the window. I didn't even think it was him that rolled in the window. He's got his head in the fucking front seat going like this. And you just see the window open, he's like,
Oh, just missed. Header from Edward there.
Celtic are getting closer to these corners, like.
the French baguette.
Corner have they had today?
Probably 8 or 9.
As you were saying about the Celtic Kangaroo, Fraser.
Yeah.
Aye, many a nights. It's good, like.
Oh, like when it's like a summer's night and you're in the beer garden there, it's class.
Yeah. And they've got the big massive bar outside and that. It's good.
Yeah. I remember I went with like folk I used to like I work with, and this lassie that was with us started going to this guy's, how old are you, Bernie? And Bernie's like, 50. He's like, can I see your ID? And then he's like, no. He's like, but you're not old enough to drink. And he's like, I am, I've been drinking longer than you. He's like, no, I need to see your ID. And she's looking at it, she goes, and she's trying to calculate how old he is. And he's like, I'm 50. And he's like, no, it says here you're 20.
I mind my only excursion to the Celtic Kangaroo. It was a great night, but
okay.
what
It was a great night.
That's it.
That's all she wrote.
Yeah, the next
I've
day,
never been.
hungover as fuck and went to the Scottish Cup final.
To be honest, you could count on 2 fingers how many times I've actually even been into Stirling.
It's good crack. But if you're ever through when we like restrictions and that ease, we'll go to the Celtic Kangaroo because it's a good beer garden.
I've been to Bridge of Allen, that chip shop in Bridge of Allen a few times. That's good.
What?
Yes, that is.
It's very, very good. See if we're coming back from like a trip down south or something like that, we'll stop there on the way home.
Interesting.
13 corners. Celtic have had 10.
No. I just need one more Rangers corner, one more Rangers booking and both teams to score, but I can't see both teams scoring here if I'm honest.
If there's one
kick,
goal,
no?
And he's playing the advantage, but now
He played advantage, but the advantage is over now.
oh, should have switched out right.
What a horrible touch.
I'm looking at football. Pretty much all the stats are in favour of Celtic.
Yeah.
They've
Good
been
ball.
excellent today.
Good ball.
Oh, here Edward diving again.
The party's over. You can
That should be a red card now, eh?
Yeah, you should be sent up for that.
I don't think he slipped there.
I've got a funny feeling he pulled his shirt.
We'll see. We'll have a look at the replay. I could be
Alan
standing.
Coyce just said that right now. He says it was hard to tell. He's actually laughing, saying I don't know if he actually went down or not.
Hopefully they'll do it this throwing. Right, here we go. Diving bastard.
Oh, wow.
Diving bastard. He should be off for that.
Oh, here comes
here comes the goals.
Scuttering Canary.
Mr. High Tackle himself.
I'm pretty sure he's still got the goalkeeper's skull attached to his boots.
I know, Christ. That was horrendous.
Oh.
The pictures make it look so much worse than just watching it in real time, if you know what I mean. Because the picture angle is like literally shows him the stud is right in his front lobe, like both right there. But James Forrest is making an appearance as well.
But I'll tell you this right now. As a striker myself, if I'm through and goal with the keeper to beat...
As a striker myself?
As a seasoned pro like myself.
No, but seriously, there's only one thing he could have done. I was trying to push the ball over the goalkeeper.
Oh, no.
As a striker for the SYT.
Aye.
Oh, jeez. If Lewis McGonagall comes out and I've got to kick him in the face, I'll do it.
Fucking wanks, boys.
As a striker myself. Just waiting for Rossi's. As a fullback myself, personally. Speaking of goalkeepers, the Sevilla goalkeeper scored a last-minute equaliser against Real Valladolid. Facts.
Yeah.
As a goalkeeper myself, I'm very proud of that man.
As Craig Gordon myself.
Christopher's confident that he'll make the next World Cup or Euros. This is the best set of players we've had coming through since the 90s. Haaland could very much be what Ibrahimovic has been to Sweden.
Yeah, he's definitely backing that up so far.
Oh, John the Jambo is back at it again, slagging Hibs. What a surprise.
As a diver myself, John.
As a swimmer myself.
I'm never going to let you live this down. That is just...
Fuck off.
You play one game every 2 years.
Shut up.
Fact.
Brilliant.
Cammy's just trying to compose himself.
Oh, the battle is over.
The war is over. The rebels have won. As a former rebel myself. Next you'll be saying like about the referee. As a referee myself.
Former referee.
As an SFA qualified referee myself.
As an SFA qualified coach, I personally bring on another striker.
Oh, excellent. There's games on Wednesday.
If John thinks Martin Boyle is the biggest cheat of Hibs, what does he have to say on Stephen Naismith?
See that reaction that he had when Sean Byrne tackled him was absolutely really lit my hate for him. He rolled, looked up, and then the referee was giving him absolutely nothing, so he rolled over like another 4.5 times.
That was brilliant. That honestly, that set the tone for that game.
Nestle Crunch.
That's why I love Nestle Crunch.
As a Sean Byrne enthusiast myself,
as a person who viewed that tackle myself.
Wow.
What did you think of Sean Byrne, Livy, Cammy?
Great player. I think I said it yesterday that Robinson is doing the same as what Byrne did. So tail end of the year, he had a year left in his contract. Robinson hasn't, but what's happened is he knows another club's after him and just doesn't want to play because if he gets injured, the club probably won't want him, Yeah. You know? So, and the rumour about Robinson's obviously Motherwell. Just got to wait and see what happens. And Sean Byrne was probably lucky to even get in the team in League One because we had a boy called Mikey Miller. Great cheating bastard, love him. I don't know. It's a hard one.
Yeah, he's came on a game at Dundee. He didn't do very much last season, but he seems to have had a bit of he's got his chance this year and he's taking it, but he's kind of fallen out of the team again, hasn't he?
Yeah,
like the way that we
he done that Rossco as well.
It's like the way that we play. If we play in a 3-man midfield, you play as the holding midfielder, and behind the in front
Charlie
of
Adam, Paul McGowan ahead of him.
But then if we're playing a 2-man midfield, then he gets nowhere near, which is mad.
What I find unbelievable about it is the fact that he's still got another year left on his deal, and he's got an option of an extra year as well. So we could potentially still have him for 2 years.
Yeah.
Has he?
I think.
Wow.
Yeah, he got a 3-year deal for Dundee with an option of a 4th on his behalf.
I think he
What
does
about
like.
Danny Mullen?
Eh?
What about Danny Mullen?
I don't rate Danny Mullen's composure. As a Dundee fan myself, and as a person who does not care for Danny Mullen, I do not care for Danny Mullen.
He's
Well,
okay.
I was
don't
that
think
big a
he's
fan
too
of
bad.
Danny Mullen. I've got a signed top in my hallway of him. So
I don't think he's too bad.
Yeah.
I think he's all right, but he is a bit wasteful of chances.
correct. That is one thing about when he was at Livingston. He had so much potential and was just inconsistent constantly.
Mm.
You know, looks like he could come onto a game and run and score goals, but just always got in the positions, but just couldn't finish.
Yeah.
That's the opposite. I think he does get in really good positions, but he just doesn't finish.
Yeah.
Yep.
Here's Tom Rogic coming on. You know, as an admirer of Tom Rogic myself, I think this is a good substitute being made by Celtic.
As a
Going
football
into the final
pundit
stages.
myself. Get that one, Goggsy.
There's John Mitchell saying, as a football pundit,
Get that one, Goggsy.
Cadden is a great player and should be first on the Scotland team.
as a Motherwell supporter, Gogsy, and you know, who watched Chris Cadden, what's your thoughts?
Chris Cadden's pish, mate.
Thank you.
That's what started.
Do you ever get that, Cammy? See at games when you get a wee guy doing this? You like to a set of away fans? You know, the orchestra?
I thought that went in there.
Oh, what a chance.
As a striker
sorry, say
myself,
it again.
you got to score that. You know, like when, like, if you're winning like 3-0 and then you get a wee guy that goes like this, like winding folk up. We spent like half an hour of a stream just killing ourselves laughing. I don't know. Settle down! It's like an offside goal. And it's like, bouncing the imaginary basketball.
One of the best ones when we were playing Celtic, it was the one that finished 2-2 last season before the season got stopped. And we were up 1-0. No, we're getting beat 1-0, I think. Aye. And then we ended up drawing 1-1, half time, second half. London Dykes again on Julian, goes through. I said to my dad at half time, I said, if we score another goal, I'm going to go run down to the dugout where Neil Lennon is, and I'm going to go like this, because he likes to do this to everyone else, doesn't he? Right? So you just see me, we scored the goal, I'm pedaling it down these stairs, jumped over the seats, went like that, fucking banged right on the dugout, went, here Lennon, take a load of that, you big fucking arsehole. Honestly, the Celtic bench staring at me, Lee Griffiths, all them just staring at me, and I said, what are you looking at, you wee thumb? And oh man, steward's just sitting there. The steward's like literally here. I'm there shouting, and the steward's just sitting there like that, going, "Not too bad, son, aye."
Yeah. As a former steward myself, I would have probably, agreed that was the right course of action.
Course of action, you dickhead.
This is what it's just going to be. Like, Gogsy, we're just going to say this all the time.
Oh, the defender.
Oh my god.
As a Dundee supporter myself, fuck Scott Bain.
Did anyone just see that?
Yeah, that was poor. I was almost Dumbarton there. Ross.
I actually thought it went in.
Just when you said stewards there, I thought I'd put that in there.
Put in your tuppence worth.
Sorry, I've only just seen that.
As a comedian myself, I find that quite funny.
Matt's saying that Motherwell are going to get Sean Byrne.
I heard that.
There was talk about it in the summer past there. When Charlie Adams signed for us, we didn't think Sean Byrne was ever playing for us again. But then Jamie Ness left. So...
what a name that is, by the way.
Oh, he was shit for Dundee.
I know one good game, like every
and then he was injured for like 5 in a row as well.
Yeah, well, he's the kind of player that scores one goal in an Old Firm, and and that's it. And then kind of
Yeah.
got his money at Stoke and Rangers. And
Yeah, he scored one goal for Dundee, and it was probably quite an important goal as well.
As someone who's never achieved 10 in a row myself.
He's he's not. I don't think he even has a club yet.
No, he just left.
Yeah, he's just injured all the time. Dundee are good at that, signing absolute sick notes.
Kenny Miller. What?
Do you remember Darren Young? He used to be injured like every week.
Do you remember Andrew Davies? The guy never even kicked a ball for us.
Absolute shit cunt.
That was hilarious,
as a
man.
physiotherapist myself, he was
that would be a great signing.
He was Lee Griffiths. As a former Dundee.
That's what I don't understand about it.
What are you saying, Cammy?
Well, like such a good signing. Been solid. Ross County, etc. This guy's going to be good.
One day before his debut, breaks his ankle in a bounce game against St Johnstone, and then he's ready to come back. And then did they not play another bounce game or something? And he got injured again. He did the exact same thing.
It was like I think he fractured his foot in the second time. I remember I was away into the club shop to get my ticket, and he was there, and he was getting like his kids' names like printed on back of the Dundee tops. So I was like, "All right, big man, how's it going?" And then he was like, "Yeah, not bad, you know." And then he was like, "Yeah, I'm quite gutted that I'm out." And I'm like, "Aye, so are we," because I felt like if he was fit, right, I'm not saying he would have kept us up, but he was a commanding voice at County, and I was thinking this is actually one of like Jim McIntyre's pals that I would have actually wanted.
Yeah, not bloody Martin Woods.
Martin Woods and Craig Curran. Craig Curran only scored once and celebrated like this when he scored. Remember that? Did he not get released like a few weeks after that, Ross?
Yeah, I don't think he got released. I think he know like it was a mutual termination kind of thing.
God knows, but like Dundee have got like a habit of like releasing players at the bad time. Like Jim Laughlin was our player of the year, and he got that in the May, and then like 2 months later he got released.
It wasn't even 2 months. It was literally a couple of days after.
See you later. Thanks.
It wasn't even like 2 months.
Goodness me, man. Fucking.
Oh, nice.
Well played by the Scottish internationalists there.
As a former Scotland international myself, he has got to be that quad.
Yeah, I don't think my bet's coming in. Let's be honest.
When do the last 5 fixtures get released? I presume like in the coming week, Christopher. After this,
usually about the Friday.
Good ball. Oh. Tell you what, I think Rangers might snatch this here in this corner.
That's a good result for both teams here, really.
Robinson would be a good signing for us, for Motherwell. Keep him fit, great player. Don't keep him fit, waste a player.
It's fine. Under Graham Alexander here.
Here's Borna Barisic taking this corner. As a former corner taker myself, he's got to get this into the box. Got to beat the.
As a person who can put a ball into a corner myself.
What in the fuck was that?
I know, that was horrendous.
As a former corner taker myself, that is not the type of corner you want to be taking in the last few minutes of a game.
Why the fuck did they head it there?
It's quite a lot of time to come. Imagine Lee Griffiths goes to Winner Cups these years and he gets called up to the Euro squad.
And that was an interesting exclusion from the squad.
Do you remember when we played Serbia and I don't think he had a touch of the ball?
Aye.
Oh my god! I thought he was in there, but he's offside.
Had a touch of the ball and like when he was playing, but like he took a penalty and I was like, fair play. That takes balls. And as a former penalty taker myself, Don't think I've ever been so nervous of a penalty shootout.
Oh, it was awful.
Pass the mic. That was a cracking pass the mic that day.
Just for John spelling Livingston wrong, I'm not even going to answer his question.
You call.
We have a guy that comments called Greg Livingston, and he doesn't support.
Not anymore.
Is he banned? Is he?
Wank.
And he doesn't even support Livingston.
He asked the most stupid questions. So he thinks that Rossi's got some agenda against David Martindale, though.
I think he thinks I've got a personal vendetta against like Tommy Wright and that.
Well, you do for Tommy Wright.
Which is kind of true, but like it's like just about anybody though, isn't it?
It's like you just start talking about David Martindale. Ross hates David Martindale.
Yeah, no. Why have you got such an issue with David Martindale? It's like, I'm literally just speaking about him, Mike.
Thank you, John. I'll now answer your question. That's full time for me.
Yep. FT.
Yeah. So I'm beating.
One each.
As a man who doesn't give a fuck about either of these teams, that was actually a good game to watch.
A bit of a poor second half, though, I thought. I think it's just both teams too scared to lose.
Look at Morales' pus, by the way. It's like he's smelling a shite.
What's he doing?
Don't know. It's like, I'll ask you on Instagram.
So the best game I've seen, John, as a Livingston fan, would probably have to be the Partick Thistle game, second leg. Can he beat that for the whole season, getting written off, or you're going to get relegated back to League One? And yeah, just showing everybody wrong.
Not even the Stump.
Wasn't he there? So I can't.
What about the game that yous beat United and Willow Flood lost it?
Willow Flood pushing Sean Blunt to the deck.
This is the thing that is it's between that game and the Partick game, because see if that game was the game to get us promoted for the Willow Flood thing. That would never lose my mind. It's I can remember like it was yesterday that game. It's honestly it was unbelievable to be getting beat 2-1 at half time. I'm sitting on my pal like that's going, oh well, it was good when it lasted, eh? And then obviously Josh Mullen runs through, and Scott Pittman gets the other one, and behind the goal that night was great, man. Honestly, brilliant.
Do you remember when Willow Flood signed for like an Indian team after that? And he's like, this is my past, and this is now my future.
Easier, yeah.
He couldn't play because they had too many. They had too many foreign players or something.
Aye. Mind when he lasted like a day at Dunfermline as well.
Yeah. Is that not before he went to India though?
Yeah, because he said that he went to Dunfermline and then the foreign team came in for him, and he said, I would regret not going like abroad. So he went there and then got trapped pretty much.
And he literally went abroad and had to come back.
And now he's an agent.
Yeah.
Aye. What a career.
Funny thing is, me and Fraz walked past him in Peterhead.
Never even like batted an eyelid.
I think just in terms of to round up this game here, good result for both teams, I think. To be honest.
It's just a shrug of the shoulders, really, isn't it?
Yeah, at the end of the day, Rangers, they haven't lost their unbeaten record, and Celtic haven't been beaten by Rangers, so
but the intensity of the first half was not mirrored in the second, which was quite disappointing.
No.
I must admit, if this game here today was the one that would decide the title, I think the whole country would probably watch it. It'd be one of these spectacles like years ago, like Helicopter Sunday kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It'd be one of them ones like, oh wow, this could be really good, because if Rangers did go into the split and have not won the league yet, it'd probably be quite interesting. When are they going to win? Is it going to be the last day? Is it going to be this? Is it going to be that? So, yeah.
Well, the game's done and dusted, and so is this stream. So thank you very much to everyone for coming onto the chat and listening to us chat guff for 2 hours. Massive thanks to Frasquandro, Rossco, and Cami once again for coming on and joining me on the panel. And without any further ado, we're out. So we'll see you later, guys. I've been your host, Goggsysaan. A bit of a shoe. See you later, guys. Drive safe.
Go
Drive safe.